I want to dig into why things need to be made new. And to oversimplify it, it's because everything got broken. Everything got broken. Verse 4 tells us that part of God's work in making all things new is to wipe away every tear from their eyes. And there shall be no mourning, there shall be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away. Tears, death, mourning, pain. None of those things were part of God's original creation when he first made things new for the very first time. After God created everything, he said it was good. Behold, it's good, very good. Everything that God created. God told Adam and Eve how to enjoy life, his creation, and life with him. But Adam and Eve, they succumbed to temptation, thinking that there was something better that God was perhaps holding out on. And as a result, then everything got broken. Pain entered in. Mourning began. Death infected everything. Human beings and even the land itself. Tears, death, mourning, and pain. Did any of you experience that in 2017? Pain and hardship. Physical pain in your body. Emotional pain. Mourning. Times of sadness or weariness. Maybe even depression. Death of a loved one or friend. Miscarriage. Or maybe even just many of the tragedies that we really experienced collectively as a nation this year. Tears? Did you shed any tears last year? Tears, death, mourning, and pain. Nobody likes these things or desires them. That's because we're not made for them. They're foreigners. They're intruders. They come in from the outside. They do not belong to the human race and to the world. These things. They're outsiders. That's why we hate them and why we buck against them, because they are not meant to be. These things are not meant to be. Think about it. Nobody ever says, man, I just really love it when I get sick. I hope I get sick soon because I just really love throwing up, or when I'm really congested and when my throat is all sore and it feels like razor blades. I love that. I hope I get sick a lot in 2018. Yeah, I really want that. Nobody says man, this coming year, I hope I just have a miserable year. I hope I get really sad. I hope somebody I really care about dies. I hope somebody just really hurts me and it just wrecks me. And nobody thinks like that. Nobody says things like this, because pain and death and mourning and tears, they're outsiders. They're not meant to be. They don't belong. We cannot help but hate them. And rightly so, we want them to be gone. And the promise of God here in his word today is that they shall be no more. They shall be no more. A day is coming when they will be done away with all once and for all. You see, here's the truth is this brokenness affects everyone. We're all broken. You're all broken. I turned 40 this year. I know I have a lot to learn still. One thing I've learned getting this far is that I can't do it. When I was in my 20s and even in my early 30s, I was pretty optimistic. I look out at the world and think that you can succeed, you can do it better than this guy, and if I work hard and I do that, I'm better than the rest. I can take this thing on, but I've come to realize, especially in the last few years of my life, is that I'm a broken man. I'm broken. I look physically at my hands. I have literal scars running down both of my hands, 4 surgeries, 1 on my left hand and 3 on my right. And I don't just have physical scars. I've got a lot of deep emotional scars too. I've got a lot of war wounds where people have hurt me deeply. I've also got self-inflicted wounds, where in my sin I've made foolish decisions. that have hurt other people and they've hurt me, hurt myself. I've realized that no matter how hard I try, I don't have what it takes. I can't do it on my own. Fear, guilt, shame, I got all of it. I got all of it. I'm broken. I'm a broken man. We are a broken people. We're honest. We're a broken people, but God, He is a God who knows how to heal, and He promises to heal the broken. Listen to Psalm 147:3 about God heals the brokenhearted. He binds up their wounds. Chief physician. Jesus quoted the prophet Isaiah. He said this, quoting from Isaiah 61, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me." This is Jesus speaking. "Because the Lord has anointed me to bring good news to the afflicted. He sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to comfort all who sorrow, to give to them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the Spirit of heaven, so that they may be called oaks of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that He may be glorified." Jesus came to heal the brokenhearted. He came to heal you and I. This is the promise of our God for all who turn to Him and to trust in Him.